Hulk Hogan, born Terry Jean Bollea on August 11, 1953, in Augusta, Georgia, is an American professional wrestler, television personality, and actor. He is widely regarded as one of the most famous professional wrestlers of all time and a major figure in the history of World Wrestling Entertainment, WWE, and professional wrestling in general. Hogan grew up in Tampa, Florida, where he developed an interest in wrestling, as well as other sports such as baseball and music. Hogan was involved in sports during his youth and played bass guitar in several bands before fully committing to wrestling. He attended the University of South Florida, but did not graduate, instead deciding to focus on wrestling. Hogan's wrestling career began in the late 1970s when he trained at the Sam Mucknick and Vern Gagne schools of wrestling. His early wrestling persona was Terry Boulder before he adopted the name Hulk Hogan, which was influenced by the comic book character, the Incredible Hulk, and actor Hogan from the movie Rocky, 1976. In the early 1980s, Hogan signed with the World Wrestling Federation, WWF, which would later be renamed World Wrestling Entertainment, WWE. He quickly became one of the most prominent figures in professional wrestling. His charismatic persona, larger-than-life character, and immense size helped him become the centerpiece of the WWF during its national expansion. In 1984, Hogan won his first WWF World Heavyweight Championship by defeating the Iron Sheik. This victory marked the beginning of his iconic reign as the face of the company. His Hulkamania persona, which encouraged fans to train, say your prayers, and eat your vitamins, helped make him a cultural icon. His vibrant yellow and red attire and catchphrase, "What ya gonna do when Hulkamania runs wild on you," became iconic parts of his character. Hogan's popularity in the 1980s was unparalleled, as he headlined the first 9 editions of WrestleMania, the WWE's flagship pay-per-view event. His match against Andre the Giant at WrestleMania 3 in 1987, where he body-slammed the 520-pound Andre, is still one of the most famous moments in wrestling history. In the mid-1990s, Hogan made a bold move by joining the rival World Championship Wrestling, WCW. His decision to turn heel, become a villain, by joining the New World Order, NWO, faction in 1996 revitalized his career. This move reinvigorated his appeal and brought the NWO storyline to the forefront of wrestling programming, helping WCW beat WWE in the ratings for several years during the Monday Night Wars. As part of the NWO, Hogan portrayed a more anti-hero character, which was a shift from his previous All-American, good guy persona. This was a major turning point in his career, showcasing his versatility as a performer. Hogan returned to WWE in the early 2000s, where he was inducted into the WWE Hall of Fame in 2005. His return to the company included memorable matches and storylines, including a legendary match against The Rock at WrestleMania X8 in 2002, which was highly praised by fans and critics alike. Hogan continued to make occasional appearances in WWE, often as a special guest host or in other roles. He also appeared on reality TV with his family in the show Hogan Knows Best, 2005 to 2007, which helped introduce his personal life to a broader audience. Outside of wrestling, Hulk Hogan has dabbled in acting, with his most famous role being in the 1989 movie No Holds Barred, which was a commercial flop but became a cult classic. Hogan also appeared in films such as Rocky III, 1982, where he played Thunderlips, a wrestler who faces Sylvester Stallone's character. Hogan has faced several personal controversies, including a highly publicized divorce from his wife Linda Hogan in 2009 and a lawsuit involving a leaked sex tape, which brought significant media attention. Despite these controversies, Hogan remained a prominent figure in the world of professional wrestling and entertainment. Hulk Hogan is widely considered one of the most important and influential figures in the history of professional wrestling. He helped bring wrestling into the mainstream during the 1980s and 90s, making it a global phenomenon. His charisma, larger-than-life persona, and promotional skills helped build WWE into the global entertainment powerhouse it is today. Hogan's influence stretches beyond wrestling. He became a pop culture icon, appearing in films, commercials, and television shows. His impact on the wrestling world is immeasurable, and his name is synonymous with professional wrestling. Hogan has had his fair share of controversies throughout his career, including a 2015 racial slur scandal, which led to his temporary removal from WWE's Hall of Fame and the termination of his contract. Hogan apologized publicly for the incident and was later reinstated into WWE in 2018. Despite these controversies, Hogan remains a beloved figure for many fans, and his contributions to professional wrestling have earned him a lasting place in the industry's history. Throughout his career, Hulk Hogan capitalized on his fame by branching out into various business ventures and endorsement deals. In the 1980s, Hogan became a spokesman for various brands, including the Hulk Hogan's Pastamania restaurant in 1995. Although it wasn't a long-lasting success, the restaurant's existence helped boost his pop culture status. Hogan also endorsed products such as Hogan's Beach Shop, where he sold various merchandise like T-shirts, memorabilia, and other Hulkamania-related products. His brand became synonymous with wrestling, and his larger-than-life personality was key in shaping his commercial appeal. In addition to his endorsement deals, Hogan ventured into the world of professional bodybuilding. Hogan has always been passionate about fitness, and his physique became one of the most recognizable aspects of his persona. He has promoted bodybuilding products in gyms and often incorporated his fitness regime into his wrestling character. Hogan also launched a line of fitness equipment, including Hulk Hogan-branded exercise equipment, which he promoted as tools to help others train like the Hulk. His reputation as a fitness icon contributed to his credibility within both the wrestling and fitness communities. Hogan has also been involved in charitable efforts over the years. He has supported various causes, including children's hospitals, cancer research, and organizations aimed at improving the lives of at-risk youth. Although his philanthropic work has often taken a back seat to his wrestling career, Hogan has been seen at charity events and has used his fame to bring attention to certain causes. His association with organizations like the Make-A-Wish Foundation has further solidified his standing as a positive role model for children, even as his character was primarily a heroic figure in the ring. Hulk Hogan's legacy is deeply intertwined with the history of professional wrestling, especially in how it transformed from a niche entertainment form into a mainstream, global spectacle. Hogan's involvement in the Rock and Wrestling Connection in the 1980s played a pivotal role in taking wrestling into the mainstream. The collaboration between WWE and pop culture icons like Cyndi Lauper introduced a wider audience to professional wrestling. Hogan's presence in the media, from his involvement in movies and TV shows to his charismatic persona, made him one of the first wrestling superstars to cross over into mainstream media. His appearances at major events, such as on talk shows and in music videos, further cemented his status as a pop culture figure. Hogan's feud with Andre the Giant, his matches with stars like Randy Macho Man Savage, Ultimate Warrior, and Stone Cold Steve Austin, and his involvement in landmark storylines helped define the golden age of professional wrestling. In WCW, the NWO storyline arguably marked the Attitude Era in a different way, influencing WWE's future direction and attitude-based character development. Hogan's influence on future wrestling stars is immeasurable. Many modern wrestlers cite Hogan as one of their biggest inspirations, including stars like John Cena, The Rock, and even Stone Cold Steve Austin. Cena, in particular, followed a similar path by becoming WWE's top draw, embodying both charisma and a family-friendly persona, much like Hogan did in the 1980s. Hogan also helped set the blueprint for how to cultivate a global wrestling persona. The way he mastered the art of self-promotion, branding, and connecting with audiences was revolutionary for the time and has been emulated by countless wrestlers since. Even beyond wrestling, Hogan became synonymous with the larger-than-life characters that defined the 1980s pop culture landscape. Whether it was through Rocky III, Thunder in Paradise, or his own reality show, Hogan's personality and public presence helped inspire not just future wrestling stars, but also entertainers from other industries. Hulk Hogan's career spans decades, during which he has not only influenced professional wrestling, but has also transcended it to become an icon of pop culture. Whether through his battles in the ring, his ventures in Hollywood, his business endeavors, or his public persona, Hogan has left an indelible mark on both the sports and entertainment industries. While his career has been punctuated by both triumphs and controversies, his contributions to the success of professional wrestling cannot be overstated. His impact on WWE, WCW, and the global popularity of wrestling continues to be felt today. Hogan's legacy will endure as one of the most significant figures in the history of professional wrestling and one of the most recognizable faces in global pop culture. Even in his later years, Hulk Hogan has remained a prominent figure in the world of professional wrestling and entertainment. While his in-ring appearances became less frequent, his influence continued to resonate with fans and industry insiders alike. He has appeared in several documentary projects that reflect on his career, providing deeper insights into his life both inside and outside of the wrestling ring. These projects have helped to cement his status as a living legend, sharing his experiences, struggles, and triumphs with new generations of fans. Hogan has also been involved in various promotional activities and events for WWE, acting as a special guest referee or occasionally returning to the ring for short stints. His involvement in key WWE events, including the Royal Rumble and WrestleMania, has helped bridge the gap between the past and present generations of wrestling fans. Hogan's continued visibility in the public eye has reminded people of his profound impact on the wrestling world, even as new stars like John Cena, Roman Reigns, and others have taken center stage. Aside from his wrestling career, Hogan has continued to stay active in other areas. In addition to his appearances in film and television, he's been involved in a variety of business ventures. He has been a spokesperson for various fitness and health-related products, continuing to embody the image of strength, resilience, and vitality. Through his brand, Hogan has maintained a connection with fans who admire his work ethic and passion for fitness, which has always been a central part of his persona. Despite the controversies that have arisen throughout his life, Hogan has remained a beloved and polarizing figure in pop culture. His journey, full of highs and lows, shows the complexity of a man who transformed not just an industry, but the broader cultural landscape. Hogan has earned a place as a pioneer of modern wrestling, and as a figure whose legacy will forever be intertwined with the evolution of the sport. His story is one of redemption, transformation, and staying relevant through an ever-changing landscape. He overcame personal and professional challenges to remain a key figure in wrestling history, inspiring new generations of fans and wrestlers alike. Whether people remember him for his time in the ring, his contributions to the global popularity of wrestling, or his multifaceted career outside of wrestling, Hulk Hogan will always be seen as one of the most important and iconic figures in the history of sports entertainment. Hogan's ability to reinvent himself, transition between roles, and consistently maintain a connection with audiences, whether through his larger-than-life character or more personal endeavors, ensures his place in history as a true legend of the entertainment world.